Welcome everyone. New setup, a little bit different, a little bit more professional, if you will. Another episode of Toy Talk. I want to first of all thank you for all that did watch the last video and took the time to reply. Leave some feedback. And I got feedback. I got some positive feedback. Like, I like this. It was good length, not too long, nice topics. I got a bitching feedback about being too negative. You should lighten up. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have to if I don't want to. But all in all, I appreciate it. I appreciate people tuning in and doing this. And I know it kind of contradicts my entire I don't like influencers thing. Well, that's because everyone thinks I don't like influencers. First of all, I don't mind influencers. I'm fine. This is what you do. Kudos. But I have some issues with some of the results, and I might just get into that later. But I don't want to be a negative Nancy every time. So actually, I got good feedback. I got some feedback on it for like, hey, you said this and this. Why is that? And I'm like, all right, good call. I'll get to that in this video. Also, I'll try to be a little slower because people that know me in real life, I talk fast. I shouldn't do that. I know that I shouldn't do that on video, but I get either too excited or overly tired, and I just want to get it over with. So new episode. What are we going to do today? We're going to talk about some of the feedback that I got, just a little bit. Then I'll talk about something I said the last episode, which was that as a Jem and the Holograms fan, I should not collect Barbie. And one of my friends was like, hey, why is that? You didn't mention that. I don't know why. Good call. So I'll get into that a little bit. I can't wait. Jem and the Holograms. I can talk about it all day. Then I'm gonna go around the room or pick out some stuff that I got in the past few days. I got a lot of new stuff since the last episode. Some premium stuff. I shouldn't call it premium because then I'll be contradicting myself, and I'll be contradicting myself in a bit. But so yeah. First off, a lot of good feedback. Got some negative feedback about, hey, what's your beef with influencers? And I don't think I have beef with influencers. I have beef with, or an issue with, the results. I'll rewind it a little bit. Everything you see in this room, everything that I collect, and how does he do that? Yeah, I bought one of those holders. This is ideal. I should have done that ages ago. Everything I collect here, I have an attachment to. It's either something I had as a kid. I had Thundercats. I loved Shatara. So I have a Shatara now because that was one of the things I liked. Or I have things that I wanted but didn't have, like Star Wars Rebel Snowspeeder. I'm actually just picking stuff at random here because just, or stuff that I had a connection to or a fond memory, like, here we go, like this, like Pizzazz from Jem and the Holograms. It's a very special doll. I'll probably do an episode or something on just Jem and the Holograms, if you guys want to see that. But everything here, I have a connection to. It's either something I wanted, something I had, or something I was drooling over, actually obsessed about. So, and of course, there's a few exceptions of modern things. I didn't have Integrity Toys Jem and the Holograms. I didn't have the modern Chun-Li, of course, because they didn't exist. But most of the stuff I have here is stuff that I had as a kid that I have a connection to. And I feel that a lot of the collecting that we see online in these YouTube videos is not about connecting and collecting items that are dear to you, it feels disproportionate. It feels off. It feels like it's more about the prestige of things and not like, oh, this is a beautiful item. I love this. It's more. I just got off YouTube a couple hours ago, and I was watching something, one of those toy shows. And if I mention which toy show, I'll probably narrow it down too much. I won't. But I'm like, you're just spending. It was like, oh, I spent 400 here and 600 there and 200 there. And I'm like, you're spending. I don't think you really spend because you enjoy the items that you buy. I'm sure you enjoy them, but it's more like the look what I got. And it's the new normal. And I mean, I got a lot of stuff here. People that could go over here, it's like, whoa, dude, you have so much. And like, but it's something that I got in the course of the years, really. So this is 40 years of collecting in the room, and I'm not overly spending like a lot of stuff. I'm looking around here and just trying to scope out the most expensive item, the item that I paid most for. Well, most would say it's the Slimed Heroes Winston Zeddemore, but I didn't pay enough. I really pay that much for it. But I don't know. I think it might be the Millennium Falcon. That's like one of the more expensive items that I got. That was really pricey. Or the Mondos. There might be the Mondos. But anyway, I think there's a normalization going on with this. You know, it's okay to spend tons and tons and tons of money. And if you don't, I mean, I feel like a total loser in that community. I really do. Because they go like, I bought, I was going to do an impression, whoops. I bought an amazing butt fur figure for, it's $600, but it's an amazing butt fur. And a Giggly Winks there, and a Toodly Whoops there, and a Fling Flum there. Don't look them up. I'm just making up as I go along. These things do not exist. And it's all 6.5s, 400. And I'm like, yeah, bought this cool G.I. Joe for $20. And I feel that you don't get taken seriously if that's what you do. Plus, I have one more handicap. This lady right here, Jem and the Holograms right there. I collect dolls. I do not collect just the toys for boys. I collect dolls. And I genuinely feel that it gets looked down on. Like, it's just one of those poofy little guys. I'm married. I have a wife. I'm you know, and even if, who cares? But I'm like, why? And that's a question for you as viewers. Why does that get looked down upon? Why is that so odd that I like my G.I. Joes as much as I like, for instance, my Pocahontas? I love Pocahontas. Is really my favorite Disney princess. So why is that so odd that I like this and also this? I mean, whatever triggers the right sentiment, like a memory or an experience, you know, and there I want to have it. So yeah, I do feel that, and there's a couple of people that I do think I will talk to about that, because online they really make you feel like crap. They talk down on it, make stupid jokes about it, like, oh, I don't remember. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I mean, for instance, here we go. I don't need to remind you, any of you, who this is. This is She-Ra, Princess of Power, right? We all know. We know who She-Ra is. But then go and like, I don't know who that is. No, I'll go back to my $600 Toodlywinks figures. I really don't get it. And there's some people that once I will probably walk, run into them again. I'm not gonna turn it into a fight, because I don't think toys should be fought over at all. But I will ask, like, hey, man, why? What's the deal? Why is that? Why do you project that as if something is wrong with people who do like that? Anyways, okay, not too long about that. But yeah, my collection is something that I enjoy, that I love, and so there's that. I enjoy my collection, and everything, like here, right there. This is all stuff I enjoyed as a kid, right? Knight Rider, Karate Kid, A-Team. Holy crap, I spend a lot of time with the A-Team. I love the A-Team. Um, Visionary. Okay, I didn't have those, but I had Spice Girls. You can't see them because they're down there, and I can't move it around too much without the Playboy lady getting in the shot, and probably my video getting censored on YouTube, so we don't want to risk that. But you know, I didn't have Barbies as a kid. You know, stereotype. You know, I had the feeling that I liked it, but I couldn't voice it. And that was different times, I guess. But that's why I probably am so adamant about it right now. It's like, hey, times have changed. It's okay. You know, that was way back when it was weird when a boy picked up a girl's toy. I always say toys are for kids and adults alike. And it's not something that is specifically tailored for this is for boys, this is for girls. I knew girls in school who had cars and who really dug Star Wars. You know, it's fine as long as you enjoy it. Anyways, okay, here I go. I got a comment and a question from a friend of mine who said, hey, man, I'm just going to move something out of the way, which I should have done before I started, but I didn't. Hey, man, what's the story with what you said about Jem and the Holograms? I mean, why, as a serious gem collector, which I apparently am, why can't I not have this and this together? Well, as you see, it works. They don't catch on fire. But the thing is, if you look at the episode of the Toys That Made Us, they actually showed what was going on. Jem and the Holograms gave Mattel a run for their money. Mattel was not doing that well at the time. Sales were down, and then they got wind like, hey, wait a minute, Hasbro's going to do something different. They're going to bring out a fashion doll to compete with Barbie, possibly. So they wanted to know what was going on. So, and they admit that in the episode of the Toys That Made Us, they sent someone out to spy to find out what happened. I don't know if that's entirely true, if it's like through the grapevine. I don't know. But they found out that it was going to be a rock star. They said it's going to be a rock star. So what they did, Matt Scramble, they went into production with Barbie and the Rockers. Let's see. I should have prepped this better. Let's see, the Barbie. There you go. So they brought out Barbie and the Rockers. Now, from concept to creation, I think they said something like a year and a half. So Jem was running behind, and Barbie took the lead because they just threw together everything they had and made the Rockstar doll. And they got it to market 4 months later. So to everyone, it looked like Barbie was the original and Jem was the knockoff. When in fact, it was the other way around. This was the original. They swiped the idea and beat them to market. So that's why in the Jem communities, most say, if you love Jem, you can't have Barbie. Well, I can have both. Look, they're friends now. They're holding hands. It's fine. But a funny little detail that does come to mind is that with the release, or with the re-release of Barbie and the Rockers, because Barbie and the Rockers got a re-release a couple of weeks ago, they repeated that. They did it again in the facts that section, or the bio thingy. Like, did you know that Barbie was the first rocker beating Jem and the Holograms to the market? And everyone's like, no, you didn't. You cheated. you didn't. You cheated. You threw it together. You found out. Had you not known, you would have been blown out of the water by Jem and the Holograms. But then again, you found out through a little bit what I would consider industrial espionage. But the fun thing is, what they didn't know at Mattel at the time was that the Jem and the Holograms dolls would have these outrageous hair colors. Let me just get one with some more color. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. Like, see, blue hair on Aja. So the Barbie ones were just plain blonde, brunette, brown, blonde, brunette, and black haired, I think. Let me see. Yeah. So, but Jem and the Holograms have all these outrageous colors from blue to green to purple, and that's what set them apart. And of course, the cassette. So, yeah, that's how Jem's does. I'm gonna put you back in the closet there, girl. That's how Jem did stay in the back compared to Barbie. And that sucks. I mean, it doesn't change anything. I still love the line. I like them both. I mean, I'm not that diehard that I'm like, oh, I can't have Jem and Barbie in the same room, because who cares, right? It's history. But yeah, Barbie and the Rockers. This has to be my favorite, and I was actually looking forward to getting her re-release, because I was like, it's gonna be cool. It's the doll I really liked as a kid. She stood out. I think I have her boxed too. Yeah, I do have her boxed. Just 1 second. See, I do have her boxed. A different version, but I do have her boxed. And I love Dana. And, well, what's in the name? It's Dana, Ghostbusters, full circle. You know, it's all good. But yeah, this one I really, really liked. And I was looking forward to the re-release. But what they did was they changed the sculpt on the head to the modern version. So it's a modern-looking Barbie with the vintage outfit. It doesn't ring. Every 10 years, and the Barbie collectors who are watching this will correct me if I am wrong, but I heard that every 10 years, Barbie changes her looks. She gets like a fresh look for a new decade, and which is fine. And the modern look totally does not connect with the beautiful look of. I was just checking where I left the doll. With the beautiful look of the vintage Barbies. I don't have any love for the modern ones. I just don't appreciate them. But these I do. These are gorgeous. They got like beautiful faces. I heard from Linda. I think it was Linda. Yeah, they said, "Oh, it's one of those variants with or no, it wasn't Linda. It was who told me? I forgot. It's one of those variants. I didn't know, but brighter makeup, whatever. I just got it because she was cheap, and it was Dana, which is my favorite. So put it right there. Okie doke. So, little Jem and the Hologram story. So that's what happened with Jem and the Holograms in the past, and that's why Jem and Barbie kind of don't mix. But yeah, I think Cindy had the same story with Barbie at some point, and I think any doll line. I mean, we see it as toys, but it's a cutthroat business. It's a dog world. Okay. I don't want to do a room tour. I don't feel like it. I mean, I just want to test this out. Let me know if you like this better with it just being on one side and just, me walking around a little bit, G.I. Joe. Or if you like it better the way I did it last time when I was really up close. I think this works better. This gorgeous Barbie calendars, by the way, was gotten at the Retro Jury's booth. I just gotta have it. I don't know why. It's just fun. All these dolls in there, some prototype pictures and stuff, like things that didn't get released. I always love that. And for a reasonable price, $5. $5, not 500. $5. Okay. Let's see. I was going to talk about some of the new stuff, which is really a lot, and I didn't plan it ahead because I got some new Star Wars stuff, which is in the cabinet behind. I can't reach it. But I got a hammerhead and a correction. I got a Greedo and a Walrus Man. And these are so odd. And you can definitely see that these were at the beginning of the line for Star Wars for Kenner, because they didn't have the finesse that you see in, for instance, the Empire Strikes Back line, which had a lot more detail, were a lot more movie accurate. They had more info to go on, I guess. But they're still cute. And I got this. This has been a dream of mine. This is one of those Star Wars creatures that I wanted since I was a kid. Never gotten it. But holy crap. Look at how cool this Rancor is. I love this Rancor. And it's just hollow plastic. But it's I thought this was, and I still think it's one of those epic creatures from the Star Wars universe, from the Return of the Jedi line. I wanted this as a kid. I didn't have any purpose for it. I mean, a friend of mine had it, and then I had it in hand. I'm like, what am I going to do with it? Because it only is in one scene, and then gets killed. But I just love this Rancor. I just thought it was awesome, and it still works. So yeah, nice little bit of paint loss on the teeth. Can't be bothered too much about it. It's just an amazing thing to have. So that's one of the best pieces I got last week. One of the good pieces. I got a lot of masks at Retro Yuri's. As I said, I didn't plan it. I should have. The most important one that I have or got was this one. The Piranha. Holy shit. Box Piranha. This one I had as a kid. As I said, everything that's here, I want to say 99%, I have a connection to. So that's why I buy it. Not because it will get me likes, prestige, or whatever. This one I got for my birthday. My mom gifted me the Piranha. And I don't know how she knew, because I had the Thunderhawk, and then I had no enemies, and then she got me the Piranha by Venom, the Venom Piranha. So I had an enemy to fight with the Thunderhawk, and it was amazing, and it was so cool. And I remember getting this. The thing, you got this in your head, which is weird. But as a kid, I remember getting the gift. It was gift wrapped, and I was like, this is small. But hey, and then I opened it up, and I actually tore it like here, and I saw this. And that's all she wrote. I loved it. It's a really good one. Yuri bought a big lot of masks, and I got a little bit of a dibs on it. So, yeah. And let's see. I got... Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Yeah, but I'll do it. I got this one. The Raven. I got it because I love this car. I never had it, but I loved the car as a kid. This was such a sleek design. The sports car that flew and skimming over the water. Black, you can't go wrong with black cars. So I had to pick this up. Really glad I did. Yuri made me an awesome deal on it too. That was, whoops. Yeah, I kind of expected that to happen because all these figures are there loose. Should have taken them down. What else did I get? I got the jackhammer, but I can't reach the jackhammer because there's a switchblade on top of it. But this is the big 2x4. Wait. Oh, let's see if I can get it. I can guarantee you guys this crapper will fall off. It always does. And there you go. There you go. The jackhammer. This one is actually insanely good shape. The vehicle itself looks as if it hasn't been played with at all. It is that clean. It is amazingly clean. So yeah, this is the jackhammer. Love this as a kid. I had it, but not the figure. I bought it from a I think it was a yard sale. I I think we got, and it was not complete. It was missing the gun on top and didn't have the figure. So I think I had one of the other Venom figures. I had drive it around, but it never felt right because as a kid, even as a kid, I was very like into the details of stuff. So it didn't add up. It didn't feel correct. Didn't feel right. So yeah, but there it is. I'm just gonna put it back. And then I got two items that I never had, and but I only saw on these like these posters, and those are the Pit Stop Catapult with Slyrax, and actually I have to have this just because of the Slyrax because he looks amazing. He has this dark crimson red leather jacket on. It is so cool, and it's just these small little play sets, but they're just so cool. They're complete. And the collector. So all I'm missing now is the Billboard Blast. That's the one I'm missing. The Billboard Blast. So if anyone ever has the Billboard Blast boxed, hook me up. Let me know. I'll probably get it if it's in a good shape and, the price is right. I just got this because it's part of the set. But it also is like, oh, that's that weird thing that was always on the posters. That I never got what it was about because it felt off, That's a toll booth turning into like a cannon. But now it's like, wow, this is so genius. As a kid, I was like, I don't see this happening in the cartoon, which it never did. I also think this is later in the line, too, when they switched to the racing theme thing, which I didn't like that. Okay, so put that back, Piranha back. Oh, sorry, I have to clean it all up straight away because otherwise I'm just gonna go mad. So I got a lot of masks, awesome. Got some Star Wars, awesome. We went and got one more item, which hopefully I can get off. I really should have planned this better. Yeah, let's take the Transformers down because those are gonna crash. Oh yeah, here we go. No, that's Grimlock is gonna be like, no way, motherfucker. Yeah. Spoilers, everyone knows what it is now. Soundwave, stand still. I think Soundwave is hooked on it. Okay. And the last item, sorry about that, is this. The Return of the Jedi Battle Damaged X-Wing Fighter. Got this just a couple days ago. Bought it off the Echo Base fan group. Love it. I am so happy with it. It's not perfect. It's got a little bit of a tear. But other than that, the box is pristine, so clean, so good. The X-Wing is in good shape. It still works. So yeah, and this is really a special one. People who follow me on Instagram might know. I actually asked for the Millennium Falcon for my birthday as a kid. I think it was my 8th birthday. And I actually described it. I don't know if I had a picture of it, but I described it. And my parents said, okay, you can have the Millennium Falcon for your birthday. And I was like, yes. Han's ship. I had all these figures, and it's like a play set. Awesome. My birthday rolled around, and there was a smaller box than I expected. And I'm like, maybe I have to put it together. I don't know. So I opened it up, and it was this. And I was not ungrateful, but on the inside, I was a bit disappointed. Like, Mom, this isn't what I asked for. And but I hit it. And then I heard a couple days later, I think from my dad, is like, you know how much effort your mom put into getting that thing? Because she forgot what you had written down. I had it written down, and she forgot the note, and she was at the store, and it's like, it's a spaceship from Star Wars. It's a popular spaceship. I know it's a popular spaceship, but I don't know the name. And the sales lady probably said, oh, this is a popular one. It's the X-Wing. It's Luke Skywalker's thing, so it's probably that one. So my mom bought it, and she actually put so much effort into getting it because she could not find it. So I felt like a dick, kind of like, I was disappointed, and my mom put so much love and effort into getting this that yeah, and I was ungrateful. I'm like, why? Come on, dude. So it quickly turned into my favorite vehicle because of all the love I got from it. You know, it was so clear that my mother was really supportive even back then. She was supportive all through my life about me collecting this stuff. She's always like, hey, if it makes you happy, you don't break any laws, go ahead and do it. And that's really words to live by that I try to live by every day. It's not easy, but I try to. So yeah, so this is a very special one, and that's actually to the end of it all, because I'm just gonna put it on the floor. That's all. That's all I got. Yeah, and I'm gonna take it easy a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna, in the Toy Zone is in like a couple weeks. I want to say 8 weeks. So I want to get some cash for that. I probably won't have the big budgets like the big boys do, because that's no, yeah, you know, if I take, let's say if I take €300 with me and I spend it, I'm feeling mighty uncomfortable. So perhaps I'm not cut out for this after all. Hey, it's a thing to find out after 40 years. I want to thank you for watching this. I'm going to cut it short, just to 30 minutes. It's not too, I don't want to like stretch it too much. I think 30 minutes is around the sweet spot. Thank you all. I will do this again. I'm just going to think of things. Anything that pops into my head is like, oh, I could do that. I'll do it. If you ever think like, hey, man, I want to come visit you and do this together, awesome. You're welcome. So, yeah, there you go. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. I'm going to get behind my Commodore 64, play some G.I. Joe, and then edit this, and you'll see it online when it gets there. Thanks, man.